So now we're going to look at the event research matrix. Before we just went through the person research matrix, and you're going to use the event matrix if you choose an event that you want to research rather than a person. So there are 4 categories in this matrix, just like there were in the person matrix, except they're different, of course. The first one is actions leading to the event. Second, actions that happen during the event. Third, important people of the event. And the last category, results of the event. So I'm going to start with my bullet over here in my first category, actions leading to the event. So I'm thinking aloud, what are some things that I might want to research that could have brought about the event that I chose? Well, the first thing I'm going to put down is, were there any attacks that took place? Or border disputes? In other words, were people fighting over countries? Maybe one country wanted to take land from another country or take over the country completely. And because of that, did that set this event in action? Perhaps there was a change in leadership, or perhaps a new government took control that led to this event happening. Maybe the country was in debt, owed lots and lots of money, and people were feeling a recession or maybe a depression. Maybe there was an insult that was hurled, a politically charged insult towards a high-level politician. Was there a prejudice or prejudices that took place that led to this event happening? Were there any scientific discoveries that led to this event? Or perhaps there was a speech or speeches made that were politically charged and rallied people and got things moving so that it caused this event to happen or encouraged it to. And were there any threats made by someone or a country or a group of people that was an action that got this event in motion? Okay, so now let's look over at the second category, actions that happen during the event. And remember, this is category 2, so you're going to have just this right here on one slide, and then you're going to put your research answers underneath. So again, I'm going to put a bullet. So actions that happened during the event. Were there any airstrikes or bombings that took place? I forgot my R in there, didn't I? How long did the event last? How many people were involved in this event? Who were the main people involved? Let me think. How about, I think I'd want to know what weapons were used, especially if I happen to have decided to research a battle. I would want to know when the event happened. Where it happened. And I would also want to know who won or who lost. So again, if I had chosen a battle and I'm researching it, it would be important for me to tell my audience who the winners were and who the losers were. Now that could just mean gaining control of a city that another country had taken over. It doesn't have to mean winning the war, but just one battle. It could be something as simple as gaining miles of land that they hadn't had before. Okay, important people of the event. So I would want to research maybe who they are. And again, you can see that this kind of doubles up. Who were the main people involved? Important people of the event. Who are these people? What you could do is you could use it over here and not here, or vice versa. I wouldn't want to use it in both places because it could get kind of repetitive, but you use it in whichever category fits the best for the event that you are studying at the time, researching. Let's see. I'd want to know what their positions or jobs were in the event. I would want to know what they accomplished during the event. I would definitely want to know which side they were on. And again, by that I would mean, were they on the side of the Axis or the Allies? I would want to know risks that were taken. I might ask myself, let's see, who were the leaders of this event? Who are the victims? And who were the heroes of this event? Okay, and that brings us to the fourth category of the event matrix, results of the event. So I'm going to put my bullet in up here. When I think about the results, okay, so now the event is over, and because this event took place, what's the outcome? So some of the things you could possibly research would be maybe alliances made. In other words, that means friendships or partnerships or countries working together. Was there a disease that ran rampant because of the event, that spread all over and caused even more death? Were there environmental effects because of the event? Families split apart? How about how many people died because of the event? And because we're researching war, you could break that down into civilians, and soldiers. Let me think. How many injuries were there? How many POWs were there because of the event? How many MIAs, which means missing in action, were there because of the event? And how about what was gained because of the event, or what was lost? And I think lastly, who was the winner and who was the loser as a result of this event taking place?